Namaste everyone, welcome to Dr. Pai's Astrology channel. Today we have back with us after such a long time, Vanita Lenka ji. Namaste Vanita ji, welcome.
Namaste. Thank you so much for having me over. Thank you so much.
Yes, it's
And
been
how are
so
you
long
doing?
now. Yeah, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me over.
Yeah, thank you. So today, Vanita ji will be discussing the Saturn retrograde, which is coming up in a few days from June 29th until November. It's a very, very important transit, and it brings up, it's a big planet, Saturn, so it's an important one too. So we will give it over to Vanita ji, and please tell us all about Saturn retrograde, Vanita ji.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. And it's an honor, of course, to do a Saturn retrograde, the Karma Karak video on your channel. And of course, this is something which is divided into segments. It is a long video. So whosoever wants to understand this planet and in Aquarius sign, and there's a technique also how to do it. I will be sharing the Nari technique in this video as well. And the dates are very important. There are some crucial dates, as my audience knows till now, that I'm very particular about the dates as to how that is going to be impacting us all. I will be incorporating Navmansha positions also, and remedies, very important remedies I have come up with. And I have come up with the remedies, practical remedies, while actually making this presentation. So it was like, I'm getting goosebumps right now because, when I was making the presentation, I felt that, Shani Dev wants me to do it myself, all these remedies,
Wow.
because I have not been keeping well, something or the other kept happening. So there is always a reason for every event in your life. And he's the timekeeper, of course, right? The Kala. So he wants us to follow certain rules and regulations, and once we don't, so this is what we have to go through as well. Everyone. He doesn't spare anyone. So I'm going to be sharing all that. Remedial part is very, very important. If you want to hear it, I will not be giving remedies for each sign separately. So I have consolidated everything in the first segment, and in the latter half, I will be sharing my insights on the 12 sign predictions. So let me start sharing the screen. And I thank again Dr. Arjun Pai's channel, and of course, Navjeet. Thank you. So I
Thank
hope
you.
you can see the presentation.
Yes.
So I will just fix this somewhere here. Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much. So this is what. So Saturn is turning retrograde on the 30th of June. That is 0014 hours India time. I use India time always, even if I'm not in India. I use this actually, the ephemeris from India time to the 15th of November 2024. At 25 degrees 19 minutes, it's turning retrograde, and approximately 7 degrees it'll be traveling in the reverse. 18 degrees 34 minutes, it gets direct in Aquarius sign. And I must tell you all that none of the graha, especially Saturn, Rahu, Jupiter, Ketu, these are all big grahas. They are huge ones, and their movement is very, very slow. So we cannot say that the whole phase is going to be the same. We cannot divide it, in the whole span of 30th June to 15th November. Oh, it is bad or it is good. No, it is going to give you all good things as well. Remember, from time to time, it is going to give you a whack on your back and as well some gifts in store as well. So don't just dread this Saturn retrograde, and don't take it lightly as well in certain areas of life. So as you all know, Saturn is the planet of grief, delays, obstructions, conservatism, introversion, introspection, dutifulness, longevity, death, perfection, conscious, discipline, persistence. And he's the general of the army also. General as in like he is the strict taskmaster, not like Mars. He's general. He's not the warrior. Represents the serving class, hardworking jobs, the type of boss you will have, your good and bad deeds in this life or the past. How hard will you work? Your true career, your wealth. And it's going to be in the Kumbha. Kumbha means the pitcher, the Aquarius sign, and the water is flowing out. It's a Mool Trikona Rashi of Saturn, which is the sign of innovation, freedom, future oriented thinking. That means it is very much to the date, up to the date, up to the mark. And remember, none of the planets, that's the reason, because it is ruled by Saturn, exalts or debilitates here. It's a unique position with no planets exalting or debilitating here. And it is holding, it's a pot, it's a pitcher, which says what kind of actions will you perform. That also depends on you all. How you perform, how you behave, what kind of thought process you have. Is it a Rahu or is it a Saturn? Because Saturn and Rahu are the co-owners. In Parashara, Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra, it is clearly mentioned that Rahu and Saturn, Shani and Rahu are both the rulers of this Aquarius sign. So the good part is Saturn, the disciplined part is ruled by Saturn, and Rahu is the paradigm shifts in our lives, the dark side, the poison. Okay. And of course, the risk-taking ability or addictions and all that, is also seen from Rahu energy there. For that reason, it has a mixed result. We have exponential desires, but what kind of desires? We want to murder someone, suppose, that also is Rahu energy. But Saturn is one, who is giving you that future-oriented thinking. For that reason, it is a positive place. Now, why I'm telling you all this? Because it is very important to know what we are talking about and what is retrogression. Now, what is retrogression? Retrogression is actually the karmic reassessment. Remember, it is the elaboration about your thought process, basically. It is about what you are thinking, what is your focus, what is the theme playing out, okay? And also this is going to be getting retrograde because of the sun's movement. It's like, the father is away and the children are playing. They are enjoying. So Saturn retrogression is a happy placement, happy moment, because sun is away. So we have to count the distance from sun. So sun is in Gemini when Saturn is turning retrograde on the 30th of June. And Saturn then gets direct when sun is in Libra in the last degree, 29 degrees, or some minutes, sun will be in Libra when Saturn turns direct. So can you see how close the sun goes? 5th house is away from itself, from Saturn. And 9 houses away, it is going to get retrograde. But in the Aries sign only. Can you see? It's not necessary. It's just, it's a coincidence that it is turning retrograde when sun is in also air signs and direct also in the air sign. So we have to count the distance from there. Also, we have to see what exactly is happening. Why this retrogression is so hyped. There are different balas, Shat bala as we say. One of the balas is Cheshta balam. Cheshta means how much effort you want to make. What is your desire? What is your effort? What is your instinct? So when Saturn is retrograde, it effects become more intense. The planet is, of discipline, karma, responsibility, limitations, exerts a stronger influence on these areas during the retrograde phase. So that means any graha which is turning retrograde is not as Saturn's retrogression. We cannot generalize retrogression. Saturn is discipline, structure. So it will actually impact and influence more on those areas. Now, we are coming to the nakshatra transit. There are 2 nakshatras Saturn will be in reverse moving into. And Saturn is going to be in Shatabisha, Purvabhadra. Shatabisha, it has already transited. I don't know whether the dates are there. No, I think I forgot to mention the dates. So actually, Saturn was already in the Shatabisha Nakshatra this year, and then went into Purvabhadra, 6th April to 3rd October. And then Shatabisha on the 3rd of October till the 27th of December, it's going to be there. Okay. And it turns direct on the 15th November and then moves into Shatabisha in direct motion for some time and then moves into Purvabhadra again finally. So now we have to see what are the nakshatras, which if you're born in, or if you have any grahas in these nakshatra, so you have to count from there the Purva Bhadra and Shatabisha. So people who are born under Mars, Sun, Ketu, it is not a favorable transit in Purva Bhadra of Saturn. I have done a separate video of Purva Bhadra and Shatabisha where I have mentioned all the Janmatara elaborately. If you want to, understand that, we'll mention the link in the description box where you can just refer to those videos as well, so that you know what degrees you're, are getting impacted. If you have any graha there, or if you are having the moon or lagna there as well. In Shatabisha, moon, Venus, Mercury, if you're born under, like, it's birth nakshatra, we have to count from. So Shatabisha becomes a third, fifth, or seventh nakshatra. So that is why it is not that favorable for the ones who have moon, Venus, Mercury very predominant in their horoscope. Either or. Okay. So now coming to the Navmansha transit. Also, you must understand that Jupiter and Rahu are forming a connection with this Saturn. So in the Navmansha, this Saturn is going to be in Taurus, Aries, and Pisces in reverse. It's not Pisces, Aries, Taurus, because it's a retrogression. So it's moving backwards. So 12th May to 18th August in Taurus, 18th August to 3rd October in Aries, and 3rd October to 27 December in Pisces. So 15th November, it gets direct. So we must understand that Rahu is illusion, delusion, confusion. And it is going to be amplified, the kind of obsession that people have in them when Saturn is transiting through Shatabisha. Okay. Saturn is also going to be transiting through Jupiter's nakshatra, which is going to be a good nakshatra because it is going to give you wisdom. So first Jupiter and then Rahu. So there is harmonization, and there is some, new opportunities which will also be there with all of you, if at all you're looking for that kind of a change and stability also. But yes, Shatabisha transit, you have to do for more people. It's 100, it said that it's 100 healers, Shatabisha. So the more you serve others, Shatabisha transit is going to be as smooth as anything else. 3rd October to 27 December, especially. Now, this is going to be giving you some financial stability. Also, it is going to strengthen your relationships, the goals that you have set, if you follow the right path. Now, Jupiter and Saturn are going to be forming a connection, okay, which is very important to note. Now, this is in Navmansha I'm talking about. They're going to be conjunct in Taurus sign from 28th June to 13th of July. Though 30th of June, Saturn turns retrograde, but Jupiter is in Taurus when Saturn is turning retrograde. And it is Virgotama. Jupiter is already in Taurus sign. So this is a conjunction which is going to be very, very important. So make the best use of, if you're a teacher, you're a doctor, or if you are in that law profession, consultancy. So this is going to be a very beautiful phase for you guys because Saturn is retrograde. So Saturn is in a position to give you the best of best also. But remember, this is an illusionary phase. So whatever upheavals you're going through, they might minimize for the time being, and the vice versa. Now, Jupiter is going to be in Virgo from 3rd to 26th of October in the Navmansha. And Saturn is going to be opposite this, that is in Pisces, in Jupiter's sign. And Virgo, we know Ketu is already transiting in the natal, in the Rashi chart. But this is Navmansha I'm talking about. So that means it is going to tame, Jupiter is going to tame the energies of Ketu also. And Saturn is in Pisces, is going to tame the energy of Rahu. This is also a good phase. So make the best use of these phases because we need Rahu and Ketu to be tamed by only Jupiter and Saturn whenever they are forming a connection. Now, Rahu and Saturn are going to be forming a nakshatra exchange. Okay. Now, this is what I was looking for, the dates. They're here. Now, 3rd October to 27th of December is the time when Rahu and Saturn are having this nakshatra exchange. Saturn is going to be in Shatabisha and Rahu in Uttarabhadrapada. Since 5th of July, like obviously it is coming up, So 5th of July to 24th of February next year, Rahu is going to be in Uttara Bhadrapada. I've already made this elaborate video, so you guys can just refer to that. Saturn is going to be in Shatabisha from 3rd October to 27 December. So now this is the time which is little precarious. Little precarious. You guys have to be little careful. Also, if you want to refer what all happened between 15th March to 15th October 2023 and 24th November 2023 to 6th of April 2024, when Saturn was in Shatabisha. So you might just be finishing those tasks that you picked up during these time phases. So do refer to these timelines, because none of the astrologers do that. I have not seen anybody going back and giving you all these details. So these details definitely matter, because you have already experienced something and now you can refer to that yourself. It's handy. I hope my screen is not freezing or something, because the signals are pretty... Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Till now, everything is clear, Navjeet, Navni,
Yes.
everything is okay? Okay.
Yes.
Now.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now there is a strong connection between Rahu and Saturn also in Navmansha, as I just mentioned before. Rahu is in Scorpio, and Navmansha for just 2 days. They will be in opposition though, from 16th to the 18th of August, because Saturn will be in Taurus sign with Ketu. Okay. And Rahu will be in Libra from 18th August to 3rd of October. Now, this is a long one. And Saturn is going to be in Aries, right opposite, that is with Ketu. Saturn is with Ketu and Rahu is in Libra. So these people who have prominent Libra sign or Aries sign, because this is the debilitation sign of Saturn. Now here people have to be really balancing their energies, because they can be that they get trapped in or influenced by people who are going to be very unpredictable. You get committed by someone for something and you are deceived. These energies will be very much predominant, because Libra is the sign of others, people, harmony. That will be lacking. The righteousness will be lacking. Okay. And sudden transformation, sudden intensity, will just be to the core. People will start experiencing some major transformative energies also during this time period. They want to do something, they are just, trying hard, but they get confused and they land up into just, I would not say zero, but they have to start from scratch. So just a word of caution here, because after all, Rahu is in Libra. Okay. Now there is a solar eclipse happening. So this is also very important. Now this plays an important role. Why? I'll share with you that also. The day this eclipse is happening, okay, that is on the 3rd of October. Saturn is going to be in Aries sign, and on that very day moves backwards to Pisces. I've given the dates in the previous slides. Now Saturn, Mars, Ketu, they all will be in Aries Navmansha when this eclipse is happening. Sun and Moon will be in Virgo. In the chart is right here. You can see Sun, Moon, Ketu, Mercury, they'll be in Virgo sign, and Saturn is here. And this is the Navmansh Kundli. Saturn, Mars, Ketu. Can you see it is just about to be moving backwards to Pisces sign, 0 degrees. It is at 0 degrees. Then it is going to be right opposite Jupiter, which I have just shared in the previous slide. So this is the chart of the eclipse day, the solar eclipse I'm talking about. Okay. So here it is going to be really very difficult eclipse. This eclipse is going to be really very, very intense. Why? Because there are 2 malefic grahas in Aries sign. Though the eclipse is happening in the Virgo sign, but in Navmansh Kundli, that is the 9th division of this particular transit, it is going to be in Aries. So anything you want to start during this time period will become poisonous. It is not going to be fruitful, or we can say it will not fructify. So please make sure that this time period is not that favorable, especially in and around eclipses time, 10-15 days before, and 10 plus minus I take. Okay. So you guys have to be careful again. Thankfully, Saturn on the very day is going to be moving backwards, is going to be conjunct Venus is in Navmansha. and right opposite Jupiter as well. And as you can see, Venus is also in Libra sign and Rahu is in Libra. Thankfully, that's also a big time saving grace. Okay, we should see the silver lining always. There's always a positive attached to the negative as well. So maybe those areas where you have Aries, where you have Libra sign, all these will get impacted. So check yourself. These slides are for the ones who know astrology, little bit of astrology. Okay. Now, Vedha concept quickly. We know Saturn's transit through 3, 6, 11 is good. 10 is also good, in fact, but not that favorable as compared to 3, 6, 11. So these are the houses which are good places, not Vedha, when planets are transiting through 12, 9, 5. And this is the bad places, and these are the Viprit Vedas. I've mentioned here in composite form. So here on the left side, you can see there is a, Vedha. Vedha is obstruction. Suppose a planet is transiting a particular zone, it is, if it is a malefic and there's a benefic planet, which is causing an obstruction. So it is not a negative thing. It is a positive thing. Suppose there's a Vedha by Jupiter through this Saturn. In the third house, suppose it is transiting. I've made the slide for all the signs also, next slide, where I have mentioned it is favorable for few. So it is going to be actually, the Vedha is going to be a favorable thing then. Vedha doesn't mean obstruction in a negative form. So not so favorable places, 5, 9, 12 houses. And there is a cancellation of this obstruction if any transit of any of the planets is in the 11th house, 6th house, or 3rd house, respectively. Okay. Now, these are for the all signs. A composite form I've made that if at all for Aries natives, we see this transit is happening in the 11th house in retrogression. So it is going to be actually giving you the Vedha if any of the grahas is transiting in Leo sign. And as you know, Sun will be transiting, Venus will be transiting, Mercury will be transiting. So in this retrogression, it is going to give you good results, or it is going to give you the reverse results if you're feeling negative. So it will actually cancel those negatives. It will nullify to a greater extent. Okay. And then we have, for Taurus, this is good. For Gemini, transit any planet which is transiting the Scorpio sign, because 9th is not favorable for Saturn. So when any graha is transiting Scorpio sign, so this will cause Viprit Vedha. For Cancer natives, it is see, Scorpio, I think none of the grahas are going to be transiting, because Libra, I don't think so any graha is transiting. Now, in Cancer, for Cancer natives, it's a neutral one, because it's the 8th house. 8th house, Saturn rules. Saturn is the Karaka for 8th house. So it's not bad. Then we have Leo. Leo people will also experience neutralized results. Virgo natives, Vedha transit in Taurus. Okay, now 6th house transit, as you can see, is a good placement. Okay, for Saturn. 6th house, 3, 6, 11, good places. But when there is a transit in Taurus sign, that is Jupiter. So there is a Vedha to this Virgo people. That means this Vedha in Taurus sign is going to be giving you some negative impact related to your health. For Libra natives, there is this 5th house transit where this Saturn is turning retrograde. So now there is a Viprit Vedha only when there is a planet which is transiting the Leo sign, which means that this Libra sign natives will be feeling little better when there is a Viprit Vedha. For Scorpio, it is neutral. For Sagittarius, again, Vedha, because 3rd house transit is good. So Scorpio sign is the, any transit in the Scorpio sign is going to be bad, because it's the 12th house transit for these people. Capricorn natives, 2nd house transit. So it's neutral. Aquarius, sort of debilitated because it's the 1st house. So this is not that great. For Pisces, this is the 12th house transit. 12th house is not considered to be, it's a bad place. BP means bad place. So 3rd house transit of 3rd house, any graha if transits, that is the Jupiter's transit in Taurus. So that is going to be cancelling or nullifying the impact of this Saturn, if at all it is a bad placement. Okay. So I hope it is clear.
Vanita ji,
Yes.
just a quick question. So the
Sure.
Veda concept can be applied for all the planets, or this is just for Saturn?
It is applicable for every planet, but there are different places. For suppose Jupiter is good in 2, 5, 7, 9, 11 houses.
Okay.
So for second, the Vedha is caused by 12th house, for example. If it's 5th house transit, 4th house planet transit is not good. So it is for all the grahas, all the grahas go through the Vedha. Vedha concept is actually the root of if you're not getting the results, if you don't check that, oh wow, this transit could have been, is not going that great. I thought it is going to be the best.
Yeah.
But you land up having this transit for 1 month of sun in that sign where it is causing Vedha. And Sun, Saturn, definitely, they are bitter enemies, as you know. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, welcome. So now we are going to be doing this technique, that is Nadi astrology technique. This is Bhrigu Nandi Nadi. We use the trines of any graha because the trines are of similar elements. Air elements 3, 7, 11, 1, 5, 9 is the fire element, water 4, 8, 12. So similarly, earth 2, 6, 10. So when we talk about Saturn retrogression, that means it is coming in reverse. Okay. It's coming in reverse to the Capricorn side. So when we talk about Capricorn, we have to also check the trine of the Capricorn. So the readings are incomplete if you don't check that because the planet is in reverse. So you're reversing your car. So you're moving backwards. So you have to see what is in the reverse. Like, is there anybody standing behind you? You can knock him off. So you have to be careful. You have to be really carefully driving, right? So we have to see the trine, that is Taurus and Virgo as well. Okay. And Cancer is going to be right opposite this Capricorn sign. So we have to see the condition of Cancer as well. Now I've mentioned here this thing. This is the chart. So Saturn retrogression happens in the sign of Aquarius. Now, when it is moving backwards, we consider it to be in the Capricorn sign. So we have to see what is there. Now, in the Taurus sign, Jupiter is transiting. And this is again similar to when Jupiter was in Aries and Saturn was looking at this Jupiter. So there was so much of, chaos and, struggles people have gone through. I've seen most of them. And people become very disciplined also. Now here, what is happening? There is a Ketu energy also prevalent in Virgo sign. Now this retrogression was, it's not similar to the last year's Saturn retrogression because that time Ketu wasn't here. So this year, this energy of Saturn is going to tame the energy of Ketu. And this energy is not considered to be that good for the professional career growth. Because if you're expecting any change or, any kind of elevation, so there will be some restriction here. Whenever Saturn transits through Capricorn sign, literally, like COVID happened. So people are confined. So this is like a restrictive energy. Thankfully, Jupiter energy is also toning down the energies, but when Jupiter turns retrograde, what will happen? When Jupiter is turning retrograde on the 9th of October this year, then things will definitely be different, no? Now, so we have to be careful about these energies. Now, when Saturn is in reverse, looking at Taurus sign, so you have to reevaluate your goals. You might just face delays, frustrations. You might feel that there is lack of discipline in you, in your speech, in your thought process also. You will find that things are not moving. And you have to review your financial plans, solidify your career goals, and resolve your past relationship issues. Okay, address your past issues, assess your stability, focus on improving your routines. Okay, that is because of this Saturn looking at the Taurus sign, and you have to be very strategic. You have to means if something, you have to be goody with your bosses or something, you have to be goody not in a negative sense, I'm saying, but you don't have to, you have to strike a balance. Not that you just jump into it. Wherever your Taurus sign is, irrespective of any ascendant, I'm not talking about an Taurus ascendant, because these signs are getting impacted here. Okay. Now coming to Virgo sign. Now Virgo is one which is, a very, it's a sign of nitty gritties. It's a sign of details. So this is also going to be giving you some kind of, towards fitness. You must sweat a lot. That will balance things out. Reassess and improve your health practices. Evaluate effectiveness and organization. You have to organize, get into depth and detail of everything. Don't do anything superficially during this Saturn retrogration. Refine and update your necessary skills. That's what is going to help you only. Okay. And also, we have to see the Cancer sign position. Strengthen your family bonds. Reassess career paths and work on emotional resilience. That's what this is going to be. Also, this is going to be making you very practically emotional. You will be making decisions, but, you'll be very confused back and forth, back and forth. That happens. Okay. So you have to rethink about your public image, your career trajectory, where you are going. So thought process has to be very composed, because Ketu is also in trine. Remember, you can lose a job in a snap of a finger. So you have to be very, very careful. Okay. Focus on your introspection. What is going on? So you must reassess. Okay. So this is what. Now, lastly, Capricorn, because this is a transit in reverse in Capricorn. Now here, the themes related to discipline, responsibility, structure, long-term planning will resurface. Okay. And this is going to be giving you a lot of encouragement also to follow the traditional path, the structure, planning, responsibility. You will, okay. See what is happening here, no? In Aquarius sign, Aquarius is the sign of innovation. It's the up-to-date sign. And Capricorn is a very traditional sign. There's a difference. So now people you will see, have changed. Suddenly, they are going back to the roots. They're going back to those traditional values, traditional system, So the energies are pretty much very, it's like, there's lack of balance also. So the balance, retrogression spoils the balance always, because sun is far. Sun controls everything. So that balance is going to. Now coming to the remedial part. Now these are the remedies. It's my first-hand experience. These are what I have actually experienced, and Shani Dev has given me these remedies. Okay. Some are, of course, that I prescribe to all my clients, but these three are what I have actually experienced myself. So make some behavioral changes. Don't ill-treat the underprivileged. Stay grounded. Sweat it out. Work out. Serve as many people as you can. The Gurudwara service. Many people polish their shoes, take their shoes, put them in the rack, give them back. That is an example. One can do that. And respect others. Throw away the torn and old shoes. And you won't believe, I was in the hospital and I wore my shoe, which was literally torn. It just went off. It's my first-hand experience. And I said, no, I'm in the hospital, and this is what Shani Dev wants me to actually, tell everyone. Throw away your shoes rather than, because, they were old, lying kept. And, when I didn't even realize what I'm wearing, and I just was taken to the hospital. And then I just, when I was wearing them, they just broke, I don't know what happened. So distribute eye medicines also, and do not see vision. Eye medicines, what? Vision, so that your vision is very clear. So distribute eye medicines. Do not procrastinate. Do not procrastinate. Now, these are the remedies which I generally prescribe to my clients also. So you must recite the mantras. So it's up to you. Now, I have to tell you, if at all you are going to be doing these remedies, I must tell you, if you are facing these energies, so that means there is a weak Saturn. Okay. Saturn is not giving you good results. Fear of imprisonment, lack of courage, lethargy, heavy losses in business, missed opportunities by lack of vigilance, scandals, defamation, delays, frustration. You're feeling like, I'm doing and doing and I'm not getting the results. So that is what Saturn is actually is not giving you good results. It's actually not giving you good results. Okay. Long lashing and lingering diseases, legs, ribs, bones, joints, gastric troubles, body waste, urine troubles, okay, rheumatism, nervous disorders, epilepsy, tumor, paralysis, constipation. You feel very pessimistic most of the times, loneliness, unreliableness, unreliability, wicked friends. All this is because Saturn is not giving you that good result. So do these remedies. So you yourself will know either or something will match up. Something will match up. So recite Om Prang Pring Prong Sah Shanishcharaya Namaha. This is to be done every day for 108 times. If you can't do it, at least on Saturdays, perform this. Om Shang Shanishcharaya Namaha. This is also a very simple and easy. And recite Sundar Kand. Chant Hanumanashtak, Bajrang Ban, daily or on Saturdays. Now, the sixth remedy is wear 7-faced or 14-faced Rudraksh. Now, there are rules. Rudraksh, we cannot wear like that. People think that, okay, buy it, wear it. No, there are processes for that. Okay. So for that, you can just, I have to tell you, this is a personalized thing though. So if you know the process, please go ahead with this. Okay. This is not for everybody. Now, this is something which, is for the black magic or black eye, or somebody has, evil eye, as we say. So you have to 1, 5, or 8 times you can do this. Dip around 250 grams of black grams in water on Friday. On Saturday, take them out from the water and wrap them in the black cloth. Okay. Put a piece of charcoal, a coin of 1 rupee or $1, whatever, wherever in whichever country you are, and some black sesame also. Now, you have to just wrap it or tie it with a black thread and rotate it anti-clockwise around your head, and then just immerse it in the flowing water. So all the negative energies will be eradicated. You want to know something about this?
So you said they can do it 1 time, 5 times, or 8 times.
Yes, this is during this whole transit of retrogression. So
Okay,
you can do it on 1 Saturday or 5 Saturdays or 8 Saturdays.
and this can be done by anyone. It's generalized, right?
This can be done and this should be done.
Okay.
Because we all go through the negative auras around us. We all go through this. So you have to do this. It's very simple and easy and doable. Okay.
Okay. And then if someone isn't able to chant these like the Sundarkand and Bajrang Ban, can they
No
listen
problem.
to it daily?
They can listen to it either on Tuesdays or Saturdays and Saturdays, or you can also simply recite Hanuman Chalisa.
Okay.
If nothing works, Hanuman Chalisa is the best. I feel that it's actually it nullifies all the negative impacts of life. I've seen.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sitting right
know.
in front of you. I was so unwell.
Yeah, I know. I have I'll just share a little story. One of my
Yeah.
friend, as she had mentioned long time ago, she had like an evil eye, right? Like someone
Right.
came to her house, and then later she went in front of the mirror, and she almost felt her face was dropped. It
Oh my
dropped.
God.
And then that night when she was sleeping, she had mentioned that she felt her body was being lifted. And she
Okay.
started chanting Hanuman Chalisa. And she
Wow.
said it just brought it down. And literally, it happened to her. It's that
Wow.
powerful.
I believe that. I
Yeah,
totally agree and believe to this. I know I have so many people coming up with these kinds of incidences, they have experienced
yeah.
so many clients of mine. Yes, everybody should recite Hanuman Chalisa now that Nav has told about it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this is the closing note on this particular transit. What does Saturn wants us to do? Saturn's essential purpose is to temper the soul. It attacks our weak points to broaden and define the scope of our character, driving us to maturity. That is why it is the planet of maturity. So I hope everybody follows this and make behavioral changes. Saturn is so, see, Saturn is a sheer malefic. We must accept it. People say, oh, he's my bhai, he's my, guru, he's my father. I treat him like this, that, and he doesn't harm me or things. And you keep doing all the nastier things. No, you have to make the behavioral changes. Going to the mandir and offering oil, that is not going to be sufficient unless you do for others. It's the low caste, it's the outcast. Saturn people are outcasts if you harm or hurt others. I'm not saying people are, doing nastier things in their strata also. I'm not saying do it for them. But once you are actually, making that kind of effort, your effort should be genuine to help others. Forget the world, forget everyone, what they are doing to you. You should be doing those kinds of things which help you grow as a person, mature. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
So let's start with reading for Aries. Now, I do the reading as per, you all know that it's as per your ascendant, moon, and the dasha. Now, what is the dasha? Dasha is about, suppose you are in a particular dasha of, say, Jupiter. Jupiter is posited in your natal chart. You are, suppose, Capricorn rising, but your Jupiter is posited in Gemini. So make Gemini your ascendant and see where the graha is transiting. So from Gemini sign, this is the 9th house transit, and in reverse, it is moving backwards towards the 8th house. So that is something that you have to do. Now, when I will be doing the readings, I will be incorporating the dates also as per the Navmansha movements. Please do refer, if you want to, the dates, exact dates in the previous slides. So now Saturn is going to be transiting your 11th house in retrogression. Now, this is a very important transit for you because now there are certain changes which are coming up as regards to your career, majorly. Financially, also, you're going to be making some wise decisions. Some major important decisions will be made as regards to your health also. Maybe you are going to be in the hospital or something, and you're going to be looking after your health well. You're going to be focusing more on the details at the workplace also. Okay. So this is the right time, actually, if you really want good results out of this Saturn, you must actually perform well at the place of work with your co-workers. If you are an employer, so you should be doing well with your employees. Don't deceive them. Don't give their salaries on time. Just focus on their growth as well. So that is one. Because it is going to be related to your 4th house, because Saturn in retrogression is also going to be impacting. This is a Nari technique, as I said, is going to be impacting your 4th house as well, because in retrogression, it's going to be in 10. So here you have to be careful about making decisions as regards to your real estate. If you are going to be buying any property, etc. So you have to be careful that when you're signing the documents, because Saturn is retrograde, so he wants you to actually revisit those areas. That means read the papers. Maybe there is an old property and there is a disputed property you get. So all that you have to be careful. Also, as regards to your relationship, coming to your relationship, your partner, your current relationship, your spouse, or your not just spousal relationship, but relationship with your business partner, or maybe your friend, you're dating someone. So this Saturn retrogression is going to be giving you some traditional thought process because it is moving backwards. So you might just become a little orthodox. You might just be becoming very, you want to, maybe in your business also, you're not innovative. You're not up to date. So you need to work on those areas rather than expecting the other person to do for you and go as per your word. That is not going to happen. So you have to also be a little compromising, and you have to also take care. So this is also, I must mention, Saturn's professions, are very important. Real estate, also, architects, and also building contractors, engineers. So for them, it might be a little difficult time. Suddenly, you will find that there is a hype about the real estate or share market. some hype is there. So don't get carried away. If a friend is advising you, invest here, invest there, I made good chunk of money. So this Saturn retrogression is not, it's going to be a temporary phase then. It is not going to be a permanent thing, that, okay, you got it. Now, he might just take it away when Saturn turns direct. So you yourself have to see, what kind of um, results Saturn direct has given you. Also, this can give you stomach or gastric related issues also, some scandals also. So be careful. Scandals as in through the friends. Also, I want to give you the dates that I've mentioned in that. It is going to be in Taurus Navmansha from 12th May to the 18th of August. So just for 2 days. No, it is going to be, one sec. It's going to be in Taurus, Aries. Yeah, 12th May to 18th of August. Saturn is going to be in the Taurus Navmansha. Now, this is the time period where you can make good chunk of money. This is the time when you should focus on your family. Your family needs you. 18th August to 3rd of October is the time when you can get a little indifferent, isolated. You might just feel like changing the place. You don't want to be fixed to one place. Okay, could be. Also, from the 3rd of October to till the time it is getting till the 15th of November. Now, this is the time when you can have travels, or the travels can be cumbersome. There can be some losses also while traveling. You might just meet some foreign friends you will have to quit your karma with. Suddenly, you will find that, oh, your ex-partner comes back to your life. So that can also happen. So these are the dates you must actually go by. And also eclipse, which is on the 3rd of October. You have to be really careful about your health in and around the eclipse's time, because it is in your 6th house. Solar eclipse I'm talking about. So you have to be really careful. You should not pick up on your co-workers, on your employees, especially on that time, during that time period. Okay. Remedies I've given in the beginning part. Please do refer to that. Now, coming to the Taurus sign. For Taurus natives, this transit of Saturn in retrogression is in your 10th house. It is going to be impacting your 9th. It's going to be impacting your 1st and 5th and 3rd as well. Now, because in the Nari technique, I'm using that technique. So as per that, Saturn is going to be in your, it's going to be giving also the result of the 10th and the 9th. So your luck will enhance. Your luck will be by your side. Suddenly you will see that, people have started to help you. Sudden help comes your way. You did not expect, but it happens. So this is a good time period for you. Make the best use of. And if you want to go for any kind of religious ceremonies or religious places, visiting a shrine, or meeting those kinds of gurus, etc. So this is, or maybe you come across your mentor who's going to be helping you out. So this is a good transit for you, and you'll be very meditative. You'll be very philosophical. It's good for the teaching profession, career wise. It's good. Any foreign travels also will be favorable. Also, it is going to be giving you some kind of, you'll be able to understand yourself better. This will be giving you that opportunity to self-introspect well, so that you actually make yourself, in the public, in the limelight, so well skilled. You have to really put that effort and channelize your energies towards that, and you will be really doing well. This is not a good period for your relationship wise, because from the 10th house, Virgo is the 8th. So this might just be that, it is giving you some kind of issue in the current relationship, or you're just looking for a relationship, you just don't get one, or it can give you some troubles to your children also. Student natives might have some losses in and around their, in their marks or competition. So you have to be, putting more effort there. If you put effort in the right way, so definitely you will be better. You have to sweat it out. You have to sweat it out, and you have to be very meticulous about your routine and eat right, because you will have the tendency to eat stale foods, late nights. So all that you have to be very careful about. And this also is about falling prey to false love affairs. False love affairs means people who are just trying to fool you. So all that you have to be careful as well. And this is a good time period for just one thing, that is mantra siddhi, majorly. So make the best use of. See, now the whole phase is not going to be the same. So I'm going to be giving you that as well, how it is going to be. And your relationship with your siblings will be very emotional. With your people around you, you will understand them better. You will have that composure. Now, from the 12th of May till the 18th of August is the time period you will be really very serious in everything what you do. Not superficially, but in depth. And your conversations, your seriousness towards making money out of money, investments, you'll be really very good with that. And 18th August to 3rd of October, you can have some journeys which can be little troublesome. You can have losses, health wise also, or maybe monetary as well. So you have to be careful. Money wise, definitely, you can regain, but health you can't. So you have to be careful about your health. Don't ignore if you're having even a cough, flu, cold. Just don't ignore it. Just go to the doctor on time. Okay, take the treatment. And 3rd October to the 15th of November. Now, this is the time period when you can experience some problems in and around your friend circle, in your community you move around in. There can be some kind of scandal or cheating which can happen. So you have to be careful about your investments. Maybe, sometimes what happens, people say that, you invest here and you think that, okay, I will, you're expecting big returns, but the whole money goes down the drain. So that kind of a situation can also come up. So be careful. Be careful. Okay. Do the remedies I have prescribed in the beginning part, and you're good to go. All right. These are the dates which are very important because these are Navamansha dates. Coming to the next one, that is Gemini. For Gemini natives, this transit of Saturn is going to be in your 9th house and is going to be turning retrograde in the 9th and moving backwards towards the 8th, because we do see a retrograde planet in the reverse in the previous sign as well. So now here it is going to be impacting your 9th, 8th, 12th, 4th, and 2nd houses. So you are going to be making some major transformative energies, changes in yourself. Maybe you're going to be learning astrology. You never know. And you are going to be conversing with people even more, a consultancy, or you're going to be learning more. Some people might just go in for a different branch or a different stream from whatever they are doing, the conventional studies. They might just get into the conventional education or studies streams because now Saturn is moving towards a traditional sign of Capricorn in reverse. So this will impact you in a big way, health-wise. So you have to take care of your health, eat right, on time, work out, sweat it out. I always say sweat it out because, Saturn likes sweating. So that is why I repeatedly say, if you work out, all the more better. And also, this is going to be good for the ones who are purchasing any kind of property. Old property, not the new one. Some house which is like houses which are constructed old. Somebody has it has been inhabited by someone in the past, not the freshly built house and you shift. No, that kind of a house you will not get. So if at all you're planning to, so be prepared. You will get a house, but there can be some dispute also in and around that scandal. So be careful. Be careful. Read the documents carefully before signing and all that. Okay. And this will be also giving your mother some health issues. So be careful about your mom's health. Okay. And this is also about your change of stream in academic education if you're a student. You might just be moving overseas because 12th house, overseas, 12th house Jupiter. So you might just be planning to move to a university or change the university also if you're not happy. All right. So these are all the positions. Now, 12th May to the 18th of August. Now, there are three ways to look at this transit, three parts. So from 12th May to 18th August is the time period when your travels can be very important for you. Any kind of journeys, overseas journeys, domestic travels, anywhere where you're traveling, they will play out a very important role. You meeting someone during this time period is very likely who's going to change your life, your lifestyle. It could be good, it could be bad. You can get into addictions also. Jupiter is there, but Jupiter is also turning retrograde, not to forget that. in the 12th house. So you need to be really very firm during this time that you don't fall prey to the negatives. If you get positives, all the more better. Just go for it. Just grab the opportunity. So this is the time period which will give you lot many options. Okay. And this is also the time to recuperate from your health issues if you have been going through some health issues. 18th August to the 3rd of October is a time when you have to be careful about the community you move around in, the friend circle you move around in, the investments, also about your creative energies. Saturn is a cold planet. Saturn is is slowdom. But when in retrogression, his speed grows. Cheshta balam. The effort is too much. I want to do it now because, my father is away. I must do it now. Sun, Surya. So the distance between Surya and Saturn, can you see, is forming 5-9 relationship. That means the sun is very far. So Saturn is on its own. So now is the time period that you can do things. Break it or make it. Up to you. Everybody has that. You have to check in your chart how the Saturn direct motion has given you the results. Now is the time period for 4 months, it will give you good results. That is how the layman can check. Okay. And from the 3rd of October to the 15th of November. Now, this Saturn is going to be giving you a lot of confusion at the place of work. You might be visiting a different sort of or unconventional kind of a religious place. Suppose you're a Hindu, you go to a church. You're a Muslim and you start preaching some scriptures from Hinduism. Can happen. Nothing is impossible. So that kind of a situation can also come up. And also this can lead to some too much of struggle to attain that success. You are running after that success. Let success come to you, no? Why run after it? Put your effort. So this kind of a situation is also going to be there with Saturn, transiting the Pisces Navmansha, which is your 10th house Navmansha. Okay. There are eclipses also. So the solar eclipse is very important to check because it is happening in your Virgo sign. So the axis is 410. So you need to be careful because in Aries sign, Mars, Ketu, and Saturn, they're going to be there in the Navmansha. So this means that you have to be really careful while driving. You have to be careful while making major decisions in regards to your investments. And friends can just break away from you. It can happen. It happens, right? That there are people who just run away when you need them the most. So that can happen, right? So be prepared. Prepare yourself for the worst. Let the best come to you. All the best. Coming to the Cancer sign. So for Cancer natives, this Saturn is going to be getting retrograde in your 8th house. Now, 8th house, as it is, you have been going through a lot of turmoil. You have been experiencing ups and downs. You have tried to give the best, whatever you could, your ideas, your creativity, your knowledge, but you have not got that kind of accolades or acknowledgement. I know that because 8th house Saturn, and I have so many clients who are Cancer. Actually, water sign people come to me a lot somehow. So in astrology also, I've seen people will be mostly water signs because, they are the emotional ones, they are the ones who are the anxious ones, I would say. And with Cancer natives, what is happening? This is the Ashtama Shani. When it is retrograding, it is positive for them. Good news. Okay. Rings a bell, right? So for Cancer natives, there's a sigh of relief in relationships. First of all, it is going to give you that kind of pleasure that you're looking for. There was some detaching energies, closures that you were looking for. Now this is closure could be because you're breaking away from your, stale or toxic relationship. 7th house energy is activating now because Saturn is moving backwards in reverse in the Capricorn sign. So this is going to be making you very firm in your thought process. So make the decisions wisely. Use this time period well. Any kind of honor, dignity, scandals you're looking for, to come out from and get the respectable word from the society. So this is also a good time period for you. You can maybe, get that promotion that you have been waiting for from a long time. You might just be traveling for work. And maybe there is some change, major change, which is also, which we can anticipate as well during this time period in the place of work. And also this is going to be 11th house. Okay. So 11th house is also getting active with this trinal thing, 11th house, third house, first house. So Jupiter is prevalent, here in your chart because Jupiter exalts in your chart. So there is a lot of goodness that is attached to your relationships with your friends. Goodness means they will actually support you. If you need their support, they will help you. I'll give you the periods when they will help you. I'll in a bit. So this is a good time period for investments also. You will make good chunk of money during this time period, not the whole time period, but especially, from 12th of May to the 18th of August. So make the best use of this. If you want to get into a relationship, you want to propose a person you're dating, so this is a good time period. If you're thinking of exploring some untapped realms, like your own hidden potential, oh, I can do this also, some artistic bent of mind, suppose you have, but you have not actually worked on it. So this is the time, go for it, use it. There can be some complications in relationship with your siblings, your neighbors. You can have tooth and nail fight with them, also. Some kind of irritability will be there in those areas. Short journeys can be a little cumbersome, you can have some complications in and around your communication. You are saying something, people are misinterpreting, and there is some misunderstanding that can come up. So be careful when you're communicating with people. It can be that you're too detached, you're too cold, and they take you otherwise. Not detached, but you're working harder, you have long working hours. What happens? You isolate yourself, isn't it? I have to make a presentation, sorry, I can't meet you, I can't talk to you right now, suppose. I have done that when I last night I was up for making this presentation. So I, of course, during the day I'm doing something else. So we have to actually, sometimes divide the time. So make the best use of your time. Devote time to your family members also. Balance things out. Everybody is working. Everybody has a lot of work. So there's no excuse. Don't procrastinate. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it now. I'll do it this. No procrastination. So this is what is going to be. And also first house. So yeah, now this first house energy is going to make you a hard worker. You're going to be really changing now. The Saturn retrogression is going to change you 360 degrees, I would say, because now you will understand who is supportive of you. What are you yourself doing in life? Are you really helping others, or you're just taking advantage of others by showing that you are helping them? Sometimes it so happens, right? So that kind of energy is also going to be there. And Saturn gives a whack, remember. So don't commit what you can't do. Okay. And of course, Saturn is, an isolating planet. So you have to mature. You have to get sensible during this time period. So make the best use of. Just 2 more dates left. That is 18th August to the 3rd of October. Now, this is the time period when you will have a lot of work to do. And this is the time period you should connect with the seniors and bosses and get the job done. Start making the value for time, as we say, just start making the best use of that time period. Don't just ignore okay, I can do it later, or that procrastination kind of a thing. So you have to be an initiator yourself. If somebody else is not giving you that hand, just go for it. No, do it yourself. Finish that task. And that is when, people will maybe, shed their hand away from you and say that, oh, I didn't do it. So don't get into any kind of gossiping during this time. 3rd October to 15th of November. This is a good time period for travels. But make sure that, something unconventional, if you're thinking out of the box, so that is going to be really helping you. If you think that, you can do it all alone, that's not going to happen. There can be health issues to your father. So take care of your father's health as well. Okay. Now coming to the next one, that is Leo. I hope the time's not up. Long video. Lot many details. So you're happy with the readings, Navjeet? What do you think?
Yes, really good. Yeah, really in
Okay.
detail. like a full reading. So very nice.
I tried to do that. I hope I'm justifying Saturn's retrogression. So,
Yeah.
okay, thanks. So for Leo natives, this Saturn is turning retrograde in your seventh house. Okay. Now, seventh house is the house of relationships. So you have to revisit the relationship first. What do you want from this relationship? It is retrograding in your sixth house. You break an agreement. Whenever anything happens, that is the loss, that is the 12th house from any house. Any kind of loss, any kind of gain, second house from any house, right? So now Saturn is retrograding in the previous sign, previous house, which is its own house. Now you're going to be becoming very suspicious kinds in relationship. You can become very traditional, orthodox. Oh, really? I think she's going around or he's going around with someone. So that kind of an eye, you will have that kind of a thought process you will have. Or maybe you yourself become that, you know, you yourself are detaching away from your partner and you are getting involved with someone else, or you're having inclination towards someone else. So you have to be really careful about all these energies. Okay. And also, this is about the sixth house is competition. It is about getting into the depth and the details of everything. And when we talk about and a maternal uncle, you might just connect with your uncles now, or older sibling also. Saturn is older sibling, or maybe this is about. Uh, Let me think. Sixth house is a good house for Saturn. Actually, Saturn does well because it's the house of disease. It will give you prolonged disease, but it will give you the cure also. So this is something which will give you the trouble first, and then it will take away the trouble. So trouble could be related to your relationship. It could be related to your debts. This is not the time to take any loans. The loans, if you take, you will not be able to repay. You should not get into any kind of litigation. If you pick up on someone, believe you me, it is going to take a long, long time to get out of that litigation. So stay away from the court of law. Stay away. Okay. And also this is about you can become very miserly. You might just be very calculative. You want to just do for you can become self-centric also. So you have to see, it's very difficult to say for Leo these things. But remember, it's Saturn energy I'm talking about. Saturn is the enemy planet to Surya. So Surya was also he went Kshay when Saturn looked at him, the cast of Saturn. So you can imagine in the Leo sign, until and unless Sun is the authority, Sun is strong, Saturn will definitely, be can be tamed. But if it is the vice versa, Saturn will not leave you. Okay, so be careful. Also, in as regards to your workplace, the work is going to grow exponentially. You are going to be doing really well as regards to your work. Jupiter is transiting your 10th house. Maybe you join another job, another profession. You are a consultant, so you will be doing maybe meeting more people. Okay, but it is you're getting miserly because your expenditures are not getting blocked. You know what, there is the accumulative wealth is also, actually there's a lot of outflow of money. So you're very concerned, or you're very insecure about your finances with the Saturn retrogression, because you already have a Ketu energy working there in your second house, right? So this is going to be giving you some kind of extra expenditures, but the wealth is not coming in the way it should be. The proportion is very asymmetrical, I would say. Okay. But for sure, you are looking for, you're very imaginative, very creative. You're going to be maybe, what happens suddenly, you will see the chemistry between your bosses, your co-workers, your maybe, partnership business, you're having it with your partner. Suddenly it will change. The chemistry and the bonding, not depends, the intensity will vary. If it is good, it might become better, or the vice versa. Depends on your personal chart. Now this is something which depends on your personal chart. If you have a good Saturn in your chart, definitely it is going to improve. Retrograde Saturn, definitely it is going to improve. Okay, so that is also very important. Now It is also going to be impacting your 12th house, because Cancer sign is there and Saturn is in retrogression coming to your sixth, and it's going to be. So you have to take care while traveling. You might mix more with the foreigners. It could be that you will gain from the foreign lands and you will have some health issues in the foreign land. If your foreign land could be from India to another country, or from other country to India, or other countries like China or anywhere, depends where you are, whichever time zone or wherever in the world you are. So in the foreign land, you can have some maybe investors coming from the foreign lands, or maybe there will be some investments you'll be making. If you're a student native, you're traveling, you're acquiring more knowledge, you're learning more. So all these energies are prevalent, and the competition, is going to increase now. You have to be competitive. You have to just pull up your socks now. How well you can do in your life, you have to plan everything during the Saturn retrogression, and you will be really, getting the breakthroughs as well. Now, from 18th of the 12th of May to the 18th of August. Now, why I'm saying again and again 12th of May, because, this transit of Saturn has already taken place in Taurus Navmasha. So let's not do 12th of May. So we can start from the 30th of June. So from 30th of June to the 18th of August. Now, in this, during this time period, first of all, you have to maintain cordiality at the workplace. Okay, cordial with your co-workers, and maybe if you have to visit a shrine or a religious place, plan your journey now. And it could be a little difficult journey also, or the plans are going back and forth during this time. So just plan everything well in advance. Okay, and also this will be the time, maybe you will spend a lot of money also. So make sure that you are planning everything well. 18th of August to the 3rd of October. Now here, there can be some kind of guru that you will be connecting with. You will be meeting someone very important who can actually help you grow further. Very serious approach. It's not going to be a very superficial kind of a meeting. Somebody very important. Could be father-like figure also. But it is going to be giving you rise in your bhagya. It is uplifting you. You will be upskilling yourself. Learn more, teach more, impart your knowledge, help others during this time. And long distance journeys will be fruitful as well. Okay. Lastly, 3rd October to the 15th of November. Now, this is the time period you have to take care of your health. There will be major transformative energies you'll be experiencing. There can be that you are having some kind of disappointment from people around you and you're very bogged down. Take care of your knee region, feet region. You can have backaches also. So you have to take care of all these areas. Okay, bones, because Saturn represents bones, rheumatism also. Did I tell you about the? No, I think I did not. Maybe I did. Okay. Anyways, I thought I wanted to share the diseases Saturn rules, but then I'll do it some other time. So this is what. So just refer to the dates and the remedies that I've mentioned in the beginning part. The evil eye energy, definitely there is a good remedy one can do. And Hanuman Chalisa, everybody should, any which ways, because your Bhagyastan ruler is Mangal, and Mangal is obviously represented by Hanuman Chalisa, Hanumanji. Coming to the Virgo sign. Now, for Virgo natives, this transit is going to be in your 6th house and is going to be in the reverse in your trine, the Dharma trine, which is the Earth trine, but it is the Dharma places. Now, here, your responsibilities are going to grow exponentially, okay, towards your children, towards your partner, towards your father, towards yourself, you yourself, okay. So this is something which is going to be making you very competitive. You're going to be going in for some creative talents in you. You're going to be acknowledging them. You'll be working on your hobbies. What do you really want to do? The hobbies are also very serious kinds, somebody wants to do gardening, something like that, squash. That is Saturn, completely Saturn. It's a solo game. So anything which is solo, is Saturn. Sweat it out, burn out your calories, sweat well. And also, this is the sign which is in the natural zodiac, the 6th house. So Saturn is transiting your 6th house for the 6th house in the natural zodiac. That means you have to take care of your health. This is the time period you should be concerned about your health. And if at all you have been experiencing some health issues, you might just get, recovery. You're on the path of recovery also. Okay. And see, fifth house energy is about children, So this is about you connecting with them, or you just sending them away from you also, maybe for their good, for their further studies, for education purpose, you're sending them off. If you're a student native, especially, this is a very good time period, because it's moving backwards is the loss of the loss in a way. So that means you will be recovering from whatever losses you've incurred, through the loans. You have paid so much of interest. So you might just be able to repay that loan. You will maybe, go in for that. You have already been in the litigation. Now you get that relief, the verdict comes your way. It could be in your favor, could not be in your favor, but it will be. So it will plug the, outflow. Then it could be that you're appearing for an exam and you get through that, some competitive examinations, which are very important. So you might just get through that. Also, in your romantic affairs, in your relationship, you might just, come across your ex-partner again and you reconcile. It could be that. I don't know what all I say, when I'm in a flow, and I just, that's why the chart always, speaks so much. So it's like, you will get that kind of um, breakthrough in these areas, and you will be able to make the best use of your own self, your own presence. You will realize, okay, what am I doing here? So, okay, I'm born for a bigger purpose. Maybe you'll find your purpose. So that clarity, the Saturn is retrogression is going to give you. And if at all Saturn has been giving you very good results in all these areas, so remember, now is maybe you are having a retrograde Saturn already, so it might not give you that good results, or maybe it is a direct Saturn. It might just be the reverse of what I just said. So it depends how your natal Saturn is, right? So that is very important. Also, it is going to be impacting your ninth house with Jupiter also there. So this is also a good time period for divine worship. Go to visit a shrine, visit a place of worship, or perform some rituals at home, homam, or some mantra siddhi. You're just taking diksha from some guru or something. Meet your teachers, from school teachers, college teachers. You just go and meet them. Just pay your um, your regards to them. So that is going to help you. Also, this is the time when you can have some kind of important meetings with the influential people, politicians, or maybe somebody who is, in the government. So that privilege also you're going to be getting. So this is going to be a very good time period for you growing as a person externally and internally both. I feel for Virgo natives, they have been going through a lot of turmoil and they're going to be getting that relief. The relief is coming your way. Okay. And coming to the dates now, from 30th of June till the 18th of August. Now, this is the time when you will be traveling. This is also going to be giving you, your bhagya is going to enhance. You will get to know the hidden potential that you have. Oh, I didn't know that I have this also in me. That kind of a feeling you will go through. Oh, I could do this. So you are going to be an achiever. So that kind of a thing, you will actually see these things, you don't realize yourself. This is something which is the divine. So that kind of a divine energy is going to flow in you. Your intuition suddenly will get very sharp. Everything, you're doing, from, from within in advance. Okay, should I do this? Should I take this step? So that kind of an energy is also very essential, if you get that, perfect. So you are going to be having all this and you're going to be following the path of dharma, teaching, learning. So impart. And also it is good for higher studies, higher education, upskilling yourself. All that is also going to grow. 18th of August to the 3rd of October. Now, this is the time period when you will be working on your health. This is the time when you can have, there is a lot of a meditative energy that you're going to be going through. This is a good time period for your higher studies, for your transformative energy. All that is also going to be very positive. 3rd October to the 27th of December is the time when you can have some complications in your relationship. Misunderstandings can come up. So take care very, very carefully. Be watchful about what you speak. And also there is a possibility of a break in agreement also. There is a deviation from whatever you are doing. So you have to be really cautious. And I think we can do the rest of the signs in the next part because it's a long stretch video. So Navjeet, I think we can call it a wrap today. What do you say?
Sure, yeah, we can come back and do from Libra to Pisces.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Yeah, thank you so much.